Pay attention to the parts that aren't fun because that's usually where the money is. Hey guys, Jim Edwards here, and welcome to another edition of Letting the Chickens Out with Jim. And interestingly enough, we have the new baby chickens, well, not the new ones, but the baby chickens that were the last new baby chickens are getting bigger and they're wanting to join the flock. I'm kind of letting them all get used to each other still so we don't have a gang war, whole East Coast, West Coast thing going on. But it's just amazing to watch life and other stuff. It's amazing. I'm not going to wax all philosophical and whatnot on you, but it is pretty cool to see those little dudes that started out as just eggs that came from these guys, and then they're getting ready to mature and be part of it. But this has nothing to do with what I wanted to talk to you about today, but I just figured it might be fun for you to see how we're doing with our part-time chicken ranching. I'm sure I could use that in some type of ad. It'd be like, part-time chicken rancher reveals secrets to using copywriting to change your life. That's actually kind of a good ad. Anyway, here's the point. This morning I was stretching with my buddy Sarah, who's a mobility expert, and we were talking about something that she's doing to build up her business. And we were talking about, man, I hate wasting money on these ads, and I'm trying to figure this out, but once it gets figured out, then I'm not going to have to worry about it, because I can, for every buck I spend on ads, I can make a couple bucks, and then everything's going to work. And we were agreeing that this is not the fun part. And what do I mean by that? Well, for me, the fun part is writing sales copy and creating content. The unfun part is paying for ads and trying to get stuff to work and complete that circuit and make it work. But the unfun part, easy now, the unfun part is usually the part where all the money is. Because sure, it's fun to write sales copy, sure, it's fun to create products, sure, it's fun to do all these things, but the real money comes from selling stuff, from figuring out ads that actually work, from creating webinars and testing it and seeing how you get people to sign up and seeing your presentation work and seeing the conversion and all that stuff. That's the part where you make the money. Some people love that. One person I know in particular who loves all that stuff is a guy named John Parks, who is just a freaking genius when it comes to driving traffic and doing testing and other stuff like that. And the world needs people like John Parks. For me, it's not fun, but I know I got to do it. I know I have to do all these things. And so I've learned over the years to pay attention to the things that aren't fun, because the things that aren't fun are where the money is. That's where you need to focus, either to get good at it yourself or find somebody who's good at it who can do it for you or teach you how to do it. But the parts that you don't want to do are the parts you really need to pay attention to, because that's the roadblock, that's the disconnect. That's the part that you have to figure out in order to make happen what you want to have happen. So just pay attention when you're going through, look at the thing, going through your day, going through your business, going through your planning, all the stuff you're doing. Pay attention to the things that are fun that you're doing in your business. Because some people might listen to me and say, like, Jim, you think writing copy is fun? Dude, I get off on it. Okay. Other people would say, you really think that content creation is fun? Man, there is nothing better than that creative process. That's great. That's probably where your strengths are, but you got to pay attention to the parts that you don't like, because that's what's holding you back from getting the results that you want. And this is different from the thing of, triple down on your strengths and outsource your weaknesses. This isn't about weaknesses, though sometimes the parts that aren't fun are weaknesses. There's stuff I'm really good at. I'm really good at testing. I'm really good at writing ads. it just isn't fun for me. And so that's where I need to really pay attention. So that's what I'm trying to get across to you. It's not about weaknesses and strengths, and though it can be, but just instead of thinking about weaknesses and strengths, which can have all kinds of messed up connotations, look at it from the standpoint of, hey, what do I really love doing, and what do I feel competent at, as opposed to what's the stuff I don't like doing? What? I always feel like they're judging me. You know, I really do. I feel like this one especially. I always feel like they're judging me. Does that make me strange that I feel like the chickens judge me? Anyway, that's my point. That's what I wanted to talk to you about today. That's letting out the chickens with Jim. Got all kinds of cool stuff in store for you guys coming up. We were having our team meeting this morning talking about, man, we got to juice this stuff up. So you need to be excited about some of the things that are coming up with the videos we're going to be doing. So everybody have a great day. If you're not a member of the Sales, Copywriting, and Content Marketing Hacks group, you should be. If you have not, if you're not subscribed to the podcast, the Sales, Copywriting, and Content Marketing Hacks podcast, you need to be. I mean, we just did our 40th episode of the podcast this week. I mean, how crazy is that? I went from no podcast to actually having podcasts, and now we've done 40 episodes. And if I do say so myself, it's getting better and better and better. I am hitting my stride as far as with Stu and I doing that podcast, and we're hitting our stride, finding our voice, and there's some pretty fun and exciting episodes there. And we also have the Funnel Scripts Live podcast as well, so there's all kinds of opportunity for you to get you some Jim content if you want it. And if you don't want it, you probably wouldn't be watching this, so you know you want it. Have a great day. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye, everybody.